Welcome. I'll be guiding you through how you can code Python for beginners. From what we can begin with, and well, first thing that you would obviously see is, so usually you would see a code like this, print. And what this is it'll print out anything that is inside what is inside. So let's just say hello world. Hello world, and then just write it properly. So hello world. And when we run it, it just says hello world. It prints hello world. Okay, so now we know what print is. So now okay, there we go. So that's how you say hello world. And also, if you didn't know, and these are the strings, so we have to put these little brackets. So you know these brackets. So even though if you put brackets, even though if you run, it'll just print nothing. Yes, because we haven't put anything yet. But yeah, even with nothing with this, yeah, nothing will happen. So also with the single strings, you can also just print a single string. It'll still run FGH. As I just typed in. So yeah, that is printing. We're just putting text, whatever we put inside, in output of the console thingy file, as you see. So now we can make so now we are gonna, so there are like values or whatever. That's how you print things. Now when we look at valuables. So what is valuables? Valuables is basically a thing where we call its name, and that's where we store something into it. For example, let's call our variable number or what? Number, and then we put a equal. So and then we put an equal, and then we put what should we put? A bracket, and then we'll put hello, and we put hello, and then what we do now, let me just remind you that if you put this in and if we run it, nothing will run yet because we haven't printed yet. So when we do print, all we gotta do is print number, as you can see, as you can guess. Yes, number. And why don't we put the brackets yet? Because we already declared a variable that so that the computer already knows in brackets or what it's supposed to print out. In brackets are values. Remember that the values are just something, like a thing, just a thing. And when you look at variables, so there's a difference between variables and values. Value is just something, and variables stores values or numbers, and we'll get to that later. So as we can print hello, yes, it prints hello, and that is variables. So now let's just get rid of that. Oh wait, number. So what also we can put in is numbers. Now for numbers, you don't have to put anything like that. You don't have to put this thing. So you see this here, you don't have to put that. You don't have to put that. You can just put any number, 456, and we can just print number, and when we run, it prints 456. Numbers doesn't need it, but if you're gonna write something in Word, then obviously you would have to. For example, if you do print something, then you would see an error. Without a string, yes, you will see an error. It's not defined. So to define it, you have to put a thing over there, and then it will run like this normally. Also, you can also do print a number. So for example, like this, and it will print a number. As you can see, it prints a number. So that is some basic thing to know about it. So now let's get depth into data types. I'm not really a fan of it, but here it goes. So when we look at it, we would have to so for example, int, and then we write this number. So we can just do, so let's make a variable again, number equals int 638. And now what this does is basically, this is a whole, we just declared it as a whole number. So remember what int is? Int is just a whole number. It's just like a whole number. If you don't know, it's just a number. 1, for example, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. And then when we print number, it prints 338. So that is a whole number. Now what if we do float? Now what is float? Let's see. Oh, is 338. So a float, for example, a float is basically a decimal place, and we just made it into a decimal place. And let's put in bool, which I don't. Bool. So bool, what is bool? So bool is basically as identified as booleans, and you'll learn what boolean is. And just for a short term, booleans are just like to testify something that is true and false. So let's run it, and it's true. Yes, it's true. It's true that it's 638. Yeah, that's basically what booleans is. Don't think as how hard it is or something. They think that it's very hard. So yeah, also so way before booleans, I just showed numeric I just showed you numeric things. So also when we look at complex, it's this random thing. What if we do subtract 70 plus j. I think we have to put a j as always. So when we run, it's this. So yes, complex is a bit. Oh, so complex is something when we use add, subtract, or whatever with numbers. There's so many things. And yeah, that is numeric stuff. So we can also learn about. There's also one thing that's about variables, and so we can also do something else with variables. So remember how in list that I showed you, remember how I include commas? Well, we can include that with variables as well as we print in. So for example, if I show you number number equals, and we write pineapple. Oh wait, I forgot to put in the brackets. Pineapple. Alright, don't forget to do that. And then when we print, we can also include so when we print, we can print I have, and then we can do plus or comma. So we can do comma number, and that's probably it. And when we run, we can just write, yeah, and there we go. I have pineapple. Yes, we can do commas in coding as well. Or you can add plus in Python, we can also add plus as well, plus number, and what we do, and it's still the same thing, but there's no space. That's one problem. That is one problem. Yes, that is true. One problem. Now, when we put plus is when we add words together. So, but if we do a comma, that would definitely make more sense, and we can see there is space between these words, and yeah. Or maybe we can just add have not, maybe have not, yeah, you have not. Oh wait, no, and then we add plus have not, yeah, in a word together. So that's the different things that you have learnt. We can also just put another one as well, but if you're gonna add another one, remember to put plus in between it. A pet, yeah, we're gonna say have not a pet. To have, yeah, I have not a pet. But if you just put comma, it will be easier, trust me. It's more easier if you just forget about the plus and put in the comma. I have not a pet. So yeah, there we go.